Hello everyone and welcome to episode 199 of the Xbox Hall of Gamers podcast. This week I'm joined by Jake. And Shane.
Hola!
This week it's looking pretty quiet out there. There's not a lot going on, to be honest. We're still very much in the early part of the year. No big releases. Few more layoffs at Ubisoft. So kind of just business as usual. But it's been a while since we've had Shane and Jake on the show. And so I wanted to give them the chance to talk about, how the end of the year went, any sort of game of the year stuff they might want to talk about. And I think we're going to take some time and look at the coming year and see if there's anything in particular that strikes out as things that we're really, really interested in for 2026. But as always, we do the show live on Twitch.
Yeah, most of it.
Yeah, most of it, right? There's actually quite a lot. Like, looking like a pretty stacked year. As always,
I've been saying that for the last 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah, it's kind of true,
Every
right?
like banger.
Yeah, it's like 2020. I think 2024 was maybe a slightly quieter year, but 2023 was big. 2025 was big. This year's looking big. It's kind of insane. As always, we do the show live on Twitch. Xbox Hall of Gamers is a place to find us, so come say hi, hang out, the usual business. Before we get into anything else, we do have a community question here from Red Ninja Dan, who says, if you guys could make a fighting game out of any existing franchise, what would you pick? He says, I would do a Disney princess fighting game in the style of Mortal Kombat, which I think is a great idea. Keo suggested something in the vein of Celebrity... was Celebrity Smackdown, whatever that show was with the weird
Celebrity Deathmatch.
Celebrity Deathmatch, that's the one with Clay. Loved that show back.
That was so good.
Yeah, I don't know. Any thoughts? I'm not a big fighting game guy myself, so I don't know about certain systems. But Mortal Kombat is probably the one that I play the most.
I'm trying to think. Let's see. We're getting.
I would say
a
Pokemon one, but they did that.
Kinda, yeah. And he's in Smash Brothers.
And Smash Brothers, yeah, sure.
Oh, but Pokken Tournament. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, just Tekken with Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokken. Yeah.
God, completely forgot about that. Yeah.
Everyone did, unfortunately. It could have been really cool,
obvious. I'd love another Smash Brothers, but Multiverses flopped, and so did Sony's version of that. I love those crossover games.
Oh yeah, PlayStation All Stars. Yeah.
Oh, how about a Ghibli fighter? Where you can play as the little girl from Totoro fighting, the Christian Bale from Howl's Moving Castle.
Yep,
that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, actually, that's a great idea.
They have anime fighting games already.
Yeah, it's kind of hard, man. There's a lot. Most of they've done fighting games are the easiest way to slot in a franchise. You know what I mean?
All the K-pop stars in a brawl.
Hell yes.
K-pop idol duels.
And the end boss is K-pop Demon Hunters.
I'd watch that. Yeah, it's like an ensemble. I mean, yeah, you got a big group of people. They already hate each other. They're ready to throw down. There's good excuses for fights. Yeah, actually, you know what? That sounds great.
The music would be a pop.
They haven't eaten in days.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Oh, that's a great one. Trying to think of something that has anime stuff they tend to make fighting games out of those shonen stuff, so a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to think of series or things that I think would work really well.
It's tough, right? Because so horror franchises, those are popping up in Mortal Kombat for a while now.
True.
So,
yeah.
It is hard to pick one.
I've been getting back into TCGs, and so currently all my brain is screaming at me is Yu-Gi-Oh fighting game. I don't know why. I don't know if that'd be good. That's all my brain is yelling.
Someone didn't play the Jump series because he's in Jump Stars. That's my most watched YouTube short for some reason.
Oh, really?
Yu-Gi-Oh summoning Cypher. Yeah, it's Yugi summoning Cypher to murder me.
Oh yeah, okay.
So
fair enough.
Yeah. And Jump Ultimate Stars is so good.
It might just be because I've been playing it recently, but a Final Fantasy fighting game in the Dissidia vein, something like that but would just. I mean, like Dissidia is not really a fighting game as such, right? It's more of a
party game.
I guess so.
Kinda?
I don't know. Dissidia is kind of a weird
action
one.
platformer kind of thing.
It is.
Yeah.
They market it as a fighting.
Sure, but
sure did.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I guess that kind of counts.
Ooh.
I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one.
You know, Jake, along your idea, Magic the Gathering fighting game.
I thought about that too, but like I don't want a Magic the Gathering fighting game. I want a Magic the Gathering MMO.
Yeah, I know, but like, think about it, like it's a fighting game. It's card based, so you have to like draw your abilities and such. And I don't know.
Could be interesting. That could
your planeswalkers.
Kind of like what was the GameCube game where you all your abilities.
Lost Kingdoms.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I love that
I
game.
love that game. I would take a Lost Kingdoms 3 over. They kill the Dark Souls franchise. Just
Okay, let's calm down a little bit.
Man.
All right, I'm a big fan of Lost Kingdoms, but you know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like fighting games, are such a. I mean, like even like what Invincible Versus is coming out, and apparently that's really good.
Yeah, which is funny because when I saw the trailer, I'm like, oh,
yeah, exactly. I was like, and
then
oh,
people
cool,
got their hands on it,
Invincible.
and they're like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, and then there's the League of Legends fighting game. Is fighting game just the next like cash-in game? Like everyone was making. I don't, and I wouldn't hate that if that was the case. I think I'd be more interested in that than making extraction shooters in Battle Royale slop. I think I'd be more down with.
I mean, Tuck on Fighting Souls is coming. What you're talking about was it 2XKO or something like that?
Oh yeah,
I forget what
the new one. Yeah,
something like that. The League of Legends one, yeah. So as long as they're good, man, go for it.
Thank you, Moonzom, for subscribing. Greatly appreciated. Moonzom says Soul Calibur, but with world leaders. That's a great idea. Yeah. Transcend history in the world.
What's that kind of talk right now? Okay, me and Jake are Americans. We don't want to get arrested right now. Okay, just calm down with that.
They need to make a they need to make a Civ crossover. That's a fighting game.
Oh yeah, like historical. Like go back in time and have like historical characters beat the shit out of each other. Hell yeah, like Abraham Lincoln just thrown down.
Gandhi fighting Queen Elizabeth.
Yes, absolutely. You know what? That's the right answer to this. Basically, I think. Yeah.
You know, again, it's almost like the Simpsons did it joke. I'm pretty sure that's an indie game where you play as like world leaders or something like that, where it's a fighting game. I think that might actually be a thing.
You know what? Like, we can't be the first people who've had this idea for sure.
No, there's no way.
Absolutely not.
Well, hopefully that answers your question there, Dan. Thank you for writing in. I would say we get into the news, but there's nothing there. Like I've looked, it's bare bones out there. Outside of the fact that apparently Microsoft has lost a bunch of money on Xbox the last quarter, which is crazy because it was Christmas. But
yeah, dude, I saw there was a console that it was like, what were the numbers? I'm gonna get the numbers wrong, so I'm gonna make up some numbers here, facts here. So
I'll get the general idea, the gist.
But it was like some third like gaming device console outsold Xbox in the holiday season. It was like Switch, PS5. This third like, I didn't even look too much into it, but this other weird.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's a little box that pretty much it's a Kinect essentially. Yeah, it's super popular right now, and I'm just like, that hurts, guys. Kinect is a thing.
I was like, God,
that hurts.
Yeah, I saw that.
That brings me to my point that I made in the article about this. Microsoft's always they're always ahead of their time a little bit. With broadband, with Kinect, with so I think them hedging their bets on cloud and getting that infrastructure set up, especially with the new generation coming in, that is used. I was talking to my daughter about this. She has an Xbox, but her preferred form factor and she's playing Cult of the Lamb right now, is on her phone with the controller thing through cloud. And I think them hedging their bets like that is a good idea, especially because I believe, they lost money game-wise, but their Game Pass subscriptions are going up.
Yeah, they definitely expect you to see growth there, for sure.
Is playing games with the on the phone with the on-phone controls, is that like me being like too old, like I'm aging out and it's like a new thing I'm not growing up with and I'm just not, because I try to do that and I hate it. So like, is that like,
honestly, Because if you think about it,
younger
kids nowadays,
generations
they
can
got
do
what? Their phones, tablets, the Switch, DSs, if they're my daughter's age, you know. I think that is their preferred form factor. They don't want to sit on a screen or a TV. They want to sit with something in their hands that they can hold, and they're okay with the tiny screen.
I guess something like a Razer Kishi, or I guess, you know, like one of these portable, like a Steam Deck or something along those lines. Is
That's my
kind
daughter
of the
uses a
best,
Kishi. Yeah.
best alternative, where it's like you're not using on touchscreen buttons, which are useless, but the preferred form factor is, you know, the way that Christopher Nolan wants you to watch Interstellar on a tiny little phone, on a bus.
He loves that.
He loves
that joke.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it is, yeah, because I'm like TV. If I can get access to my TV, like I paid a lot of money for that thing. I'm using all fucking 83 inches of it. Like it's like, why would I want to play on anything
Mine's
else
like
if I could avoid it?
20 inches right here. But yeah, same thing. I'd rather play on a TV than the phone. I had to play on my phone for about 3 months, and it worked great. I mean, I'll always be a big proponent of how well cloud works, and that was, what, 3 years ago now?
Yeah.
So I can only imagine the infrastructure and the bandwidth's better now, and their technology behind it. My daughter, that's all she plays, is usually on her phone. I think she only uses her Xbox usually for like Fortnite. So, yeah, I mean, I hope it works out for them, obviously, because that's our hobby.
Vested.
But
We're pretty vested.
I do think that's a good idea on their part. But I guess we'll see how that plays out.
I agree with you as much as I hate to, as a physical collector of games. But yeah, I think them investing in the cloud infrastructure and just going cloud is probably smart.
Yeah, Jake, you're drifting out a little bit in terms of your mic. It might be your gate might be a little. It might just be on my end.
Let me figure it out. Hold up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally agree. Right, it's an interesting thing where it's like, where is Xbox going? We've had this big change over the last year or so of them going third party, and suddenly things are coming day and date. Like we talked last week around the sort of Xbox developer stuff, where like Fable's coming day and date to PlayStation. Forza isn't, but it's going to come a little bit later. But that might be more towards like development timelines as opposed to them trying to do timed exclusivity. I don't know. Like it's the new Halo is going to be day and date on PlayStation apparently. So I guess we'll see.
Yep.
What that goes down, but I mean, they saw a relatively, like, in terms of like software sales, they were down, and hardware sales they were massively down, which is not a big surprise. No one's buying a Series X at this point.
Am I out of the loop? Did they announce a new Halo?
Well, they've got the Halo 1 remake coming, which and so they've shown that off, and that is coming to PlayStation. And
it's Unreal 5, right?
Yeah, Unreal 5. Yep, and that'll be later this year. But they have said they are working on another Halo project of some kind, but they haven't shown it off yet. I imagine that'll probably be shown off sometime this year, I would think. Seems like yeah.
You know, I saw someone breaking it down, and honestly, I'm still not super worried. Both Xbox and Nintendo are technically publishing more games than Sony did last year.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm not super worried yet. I think we're considering the position Microsoft's in right now and the way the economy is going. I think we would be seeing some pretty huge cutbacks on Xbox if it was actually dire. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's not great, and the whole game industry is suffering pretty badly right now. But in terms of our hobby and achievement hunting podcast, I don't think it's the writing's on the wall yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think we're at a huge risk, but
yeah.
Why is the whole maybe I'm just ignorant. Why is the whole game industry suffering? Because I feel like people are playing games, people are buying games. Gaming is huge. Why is the industry suffering?
There's a couple of reasons.
Profitable.
Well, yeah, it is profitable, right? But it's not profitable enough, which is always the big problem.
Yeah.
And I think, and it's not growing fast enough, or it's not growing as fast as it was during COVID. So I think part of it is the comparison with, 6 years ago when suddenly things were booming and people were inside and there was a lot of money going around there.
Even booming's an understatement. Good Lord.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Alana Pierce did a really, really interesting video around like breaking down like the games industry as a business, as an investor business, and how essentially, like us, we're not stakeholders, we just happen to buy the product, right? And so it was this thing where things like social media and now AI are just taking up so much more of the budget and so much and have such better returns in terms of investment that it's not so much that the games industry is struggling to do its thing. It's basically that it's struggling to get investment from the kinds of people who want to make money on it, because they're going, well, we could double this if we put it into a TikTok thing, or if we put it into, you know, some sort of AI venture, or we, you know, do some investing in Nvidia. And then on the other side of it, you've got the RAM problem and all that sort of stuff happening, where hardware is getting more expensive, prices are going up, tariffs are happening. Like it's a pretty rough economic environment in general. And gaming is one of those things that's going to feel the pinch pretty heavily, considering it is technically a luxury good, right?
Yeah. When we were kids, it was more like, I don't know, it was Nintendo versus Sega versus PlayStation. Now it's video games as a whole versus social media and TikTok.
Yeah,
and
it's
sure, movies still to an extent, you know.
It's
far more
competition.
about catching eyes.
Everyone's competing for your attention, and that's why I remember seeing Microsoft or Xbox say that they were competing with TikTok, and I saw so many people on Twitter just like blow that off. It's like, why are you competing with TikTok? You're a gaming company. It's like, because they're competing for the attention that TikTok is getting.
I know far more people. I'm sitting here playing 4 hours hunting an achievement, while I have most of my friends are sitting on their couch just mindlessly scrolling TikTok.
Yeah.
So like that it is they're fighting for your eyes at this point.
I wish I spent more time gaming than I did on scrolling social media. Like, there's definitely, I obviously still play games, but I'm like, I wish I was playing more games and not.
I'm very anti. I don't doom scroll. I just don't.
Yeah,
it just doesn't appeal to me.
Both of you, I fucking envy both of you. It's so easy. That's the problem.
Oh, it is. Yeah, and like I'm surrounded by people who do it as well. Where it's like my wife's a big doom scroller. My flatmate is. It's like it's this. Yeah, exactly. And like, you know, I totally get it. I understand why it's so.
Yeah, I get it too.
Right?
It's the easiest dopamine hits when you're tired.
I'm sorry, Alston. Did I lie?
Miss Beckham, calm down, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Super Bob in the chat. Super Bob in the chat says, interestingly enough, several game publishers had stock crashes when Google's Project Genie was announced today, which aims to create worlds with a prompt. Yeah, right. And I think that's the thing, is that because of AI getting into everything, game development in particular, and game investment, and getting the games as a business, is also going to be impacted by that, because a lot of those companies are the same tech companies that are moving investment away, Microsoft being the key thing, where it's like, you know, there was a lot of talk around why we're seeing price increases for consoles and things like that, and part of it is hardware. Hardware prices getting more expensive, part of it's tariffs, but part of it is that also then, you know, these like Xbox in particular have been told they need to be more profitable to help fund the AI stuff that Microsoft has going on. And like,
don't get me fucking started on Copilot too.
Yeah, exactly, right. And yeah, you can see how fucking well that's going for them. And so as soon as the AI bubble pops, then maybe we have a different conversation going on, and things get back to maybe a bit more of an equilibrium as to people start being realistic. But who the fuck knows when and if that's going to happen.
And I'm sure,
what you said before. So
I did forget about them. Everyone chasing the COVID year line. As well. That's a very good point. That people are they saw that growth, and line must go up. How do you make line go up when you have like this crazy astronomical thing happen?
you have an outlier. You have like 3-year outlier, and you're like, okay, cool. Well, sure, it's an outlier, but it's 3 fucking years. It's like, it's hard to us to go, cool, how are things before this? How are things after that? Like, a lot can change over that period of time. So
let the line go down just a little bit for a little while. It's okay.
Oh, it's going to go down whether they like it or not.
Well, it's like, that's what we're seeing with the hardware sales, right? And you know, there's been talk around how this is going to affect next gen. We've kind of talked a little bit about it on the show previously, but there's been rumors that next gen is going to be, you know, we'd usually be seeing whispers of what the next console is going to be looking like from Xbox and PlayStation. PlayStation have said they're working on something. Microsoft have definitely said they're working on something, but like,
they're pretty explicit about it.
But then you don't need it.
Oh no, 100%.
Like,
Agreed.
No one needs it right now.
But no one needed.
I think everyone agrees with you, Jake. That's
Yeah.
why no one's talking about it. As Matt said, like the tariffs and cost of everything, no one's gonna buy a new console right now. I'm
a shill. I buy hardware for the sake of new hardware. I indulge. I am an indulger. I might skip, not skip, but I might not day. Like I don't see why I would day one the next Xbox or a PS6.
Yeah, I can definitely understand. Well, I guess that depends on when it comes out, right? Because you're looking at usually like a 7 to 8 year timeline for most consoles. Was like Xbox One.
Even in a couple years, I don't know unless they went back to killer apps.
Sure.
Unless they really were just like, here's this crazy new experience that looks incredible. You can only play it on the Xbox Series Y and PS6.
Yeah. Which, like, when is that? And that was the same thing when the Series X came out. Like, obviously, I won one. But if I'm always thinking back to, like, when would have I bought this if I was sitting back in 2020? It's like, it probably would have been a couple of years ago, maybe, but I wouldn't have been in a big rush. Like, I had a 1X, and I was perfectly happy with it. And so, if they announced that, like next year, the new consoles are coming out, I think most people would be like, I don't feel like we've gotten enough out of these current ones. And part of that is COVID, and part of that is tariffs, and part of that is development timelines, and there's all kinds of things that go into that. But the rumors are because of all these delays, and I guess probably because of a lack of interest, that PlayStation might be delaying for another couple of years. Like we might end up with a 10-year console cycle.
Yeah. Well, too, and I think about, and I know we've hit this ad nauseum on the show, but like I think about the PS5's library for the the library for the PS5. And it's just like nothing sticks out to me, and I can think of the PS4, and I go, what a banger library that console had.
Yeah,
and I think, and the PS5 just like I can't do that.
Yeah, and and there's so many reasons for it, right? And Microsoft, and it maybe makes a bit more sense with Microsoft in terms of like their move away from first-party exclusives and all that kind of heavy investment to go. Actually, we want to be on all the consoles everywhere. So that if something like that does happen, we have, it takes 6 years to put out a God of War game or a Sly Cooper or a Ghost of Tsushima thing. Like it's like, what is the cost of that business and the timeline and everything you need to do to get there, versus let's just do a bunch of third party stuff, get it on everything, get it on PC. There was a survey done at GDC, which they do every year to kind of get an idea of like what the developers are thinking and what they want to develop for. 80% of people said they want to develop for Steam, and about 20% of them said they want to develop for Xbox, and about 40% for PlayStation. Like PC is such a rich environment that Sony has started to tap into. Microsoft obviously have a love-hate relationship with it, but I'm really curious to see. Yeah, like, are you guys going to buy, like, next gen, it's like, what's the killer app? What's the reason? What's the...
Yeah.
Like,
unless there's some crazy tech leap, or if they do, to your point, wait until 2030. By 2030, the Xbox One X is going to be incredibly outdated hardware.
The Series X, yeah, for sure.
Your Series X, yeah. So then, by then, maybe. But, yeah, if they're like 2028 new console, I can't see what's going to happen between now and 2028 where I'm like, yeah, my Xbox starting to kind of show its age, and the games are running slow, because they're not. Everything's running great on it still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And graphics just like aren't the seller anymore either. They kind of can't be. You get the diminishing returns on triangles, so
everything's run on Unreal 5, so now it's really just about optimization and frame rates.
Yep.
Yep.
And kind of going back to the console thing, like, why buy a new console? My daughter has an Xbox One, is what she has in her room, but if she plays on cloud, she's technically using a Series X.
True. We
why buy one? We were playing Power World last night, and it ran great because they finally upgraded it, so it works. But I'm playing on a Series S, and she's playing on a Series X. Sure, she's on cloud, but it worked great. So why would I buy her one? So, but when it comes to the actual console, I'll probably buy the next Xbox. I'll be fair. So, just because I have it.
Yeah, I mean,
I will eventually.
I will eventually too, because I'm a sucker. But it's like, but I'm also not in a hurry. And the longer they take, the more I'm like, whatever, take as much time as you need. I'm still getting plenty of use out of my Series X, and as long as it doesn't break, I'll continue to be using it for the next few years at least.
Still on a Series S, like I said, so as long as it works.
Super Bob says, if the new console is going to be straight up running Windows, which is another rumor, I have no need to buy it. Might as well make it so that Xbox One and Series games run on PC instead. Yeah, like that's
what I want. That's what I was hoping they were gonna do. I had a pipe dream back in, I don't know, this was probably 2017 or so when I heard the whisperings of the Xbox app on PC and they were gonna start supporting PC games. I had this like crazy pipe dream that I'd be able to put an Xbox into a disc drive on my computer and play.
Yeah,
or Xbox game, excuse me.
Maybe we'll wish that for a while.
I'm sure. And I don't know the feasibility of that. It's probably never going to happen. But, like, yeah, to Bob's point, like, I got the Ally, and my understanding is that the next console is going to leverage the same sort of operating system they built for the Ally X, or the Xbox Ally X. Yeah, at that rate, just give me my Xbox One library, everything on PC.
Yeah,
I don't know the legality of that. Like, I don't know why they can't, but I'm sure there's something weird. But I don't.
Yeah, they're kind of trying to cover their ass a little bit by doing the sort of play anywhere thing, right? But it is at the end of the day two different SKUs for the most part. It's like you play the PC version on the PC, but you play the Xbox version on the Xbox, but everything else carries over. Yep. But they are two very separate things. Whereas, I think to Super Bob's point, that gap will probably get smaller and smaller and smaller until it becomes basically non-existent with the next console.
Yeah.
I think when it comes between like what we'd call a AAA game and an indie game, if I had to guess, I would say indie games are probably the main thing people are playing on PC. Like that is probably a huge amount of the PC gaming. So that skirts the whole issue that PC has over console gaming, and the whole, you have to have the right drivers, you have to have the right this, you have to have the right... Indie games usually are going to run fine on somewhat modern technology.
Sure.
So I think that might be one reason that people aren't really worried about that as much as they used to be when we were kids.
Also, they made it so stupid easy to update your drivers and everything. It does it for you. Like, you don't have to go check. It's all automatic. They say you got an update, reboot your system. You reboot your system, it's done. They install in place, so you don't even have to, like, they just install while you're playing on the thing, and then they just ask you to reboot the device and apply it. Like, updating drivers and updating like firmware and software is the easiest thing in the world in 2026.
Until your AMD driver crashes, Super Bob says.
Yeah, I'll just take my Xbox on. Thank you. I'll turn my Xbox on and play my game. Thank you.
Yeah, I get it, right? Like there is still a level of involvement required for PC gaming, but I don't know. I feel like there's definitely a subset of like, I mean, I'm doing this from a PC right now. I have a PC. I don't use it all that often, to be honest. Mostly I got it for the podcast, but it is grunty enough to play some games if I really want to like load up something. But achievement hunting makes that slightly awkward sometimes.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, IGN has a list of some of the big games coming out for the next year, and I figured we'd have a bit of maybe a chat around what we're interested in, if anything jumps out at us. The first one on the list there is GTA 6. I mean, what a big surprise. Is that coming out this year?
We'll see.
Right? Because they're what, like November?
Can I jump way down the list really quick?
Yeah, go for it.
I didn't know this was coming out. Zero Parades. Is that a game in the... Is that it? It looks like the same art style as the Nonary games.
Oh, Zero Parades.
More Zero Time Dilemma stuff?
Yeah, Zero Parades. Hang on. Whoa.
I don't know. I'm looking at the screenshots and I'm not getting the vibe, but like I just saw that. I was like, wait a minute. Is that
Zero Parades for Dead Space? Oh no, that's made by the same people who did
damn it.
The one that everyone loves that has the tie that talks to you. Why am I suddenly blanking on this game?
What?
The one
Disco Elysium.
Disco Elysium, thank you. Wow, something
Disco Elysium.
Yeah, Disco Elysium devs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have some serious words with the Disco Elysium developers because that font looks identical to freaking
It definitely does.
the Nonary game franchise.
I need Spike Chunsoft to make some more of those. Yeah, although they do have, I think they have another one of the AI Somnium Files.
Yeah, AI game coming out. Yeah,
Which
they've been pumping those out. I need to catch up on those. I've only played the first one.
I like the second one quite a bit. The first
Same
one
here.
is definitely better, but second one has a moment where my mind just was like, it was after I played Virtue's Last Reward, I was like, I'm ready for any plot twist. I'm ready for everything. I'm watching everything. I'm taking note of everything everyone says. I'm writing it all down. They still fucking got me with AI too. So I was like, all right, fuck. I'll play anything they put out. But yeah, GTA 6, if it comes out this year, I'm not convinced it's coming out this year. November feels too late for a GTA game. Like, why would you? Yeah, I don't know. Because again, originally I think it was May, I think it was, and like that maybe makes a bit more sense.
Well, no, GTA 5 came out in September of 2013. Yeah. I remember because I'm going to date myself a bit here, but I think because I was in my senior year of high school, and I was graduating early, so all my ducks were in a row already. So my mom let me call out of school to go pick up my pre-order and come home and fucking play GTA 6 or 5. So, yeah.
Yeah,
that's my memory of GTA 5.
Definitely Unk behavior for sure.
Yeah, we're all certified Unk. It's fine. We get it.
Yeah, so September. Aww. Yes, I mean September maybe feels a bit more reasonable, but November just feels a little late for that series. But who knows? I mean, it also doesn't really fucking matter, right? Like that thing will be the biggest event in gaming whenever it comes out, whether it came out tomorrow or not.
Yeah.
Are we interested, excited? Like, how are we feeling about that?
I don't know if I'm in the stage of my life where I get super excited about GTA anymore. Like,
sure.
I was stoked about 5. I was stoked about 5, and I went and dated that game, and I beat it in a week and had a blast. And then my interest in the GTA series kind of just like dwindled, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
People were still talking about it, and I was just like, yeah, whatever. But I did only like a year or so ago at this point, maybe a year and a half ago. I did go back on the Series X version, or I think it was just the X, one of the re-release versions or whatever. Because I put it on my tag and never got back to it, and it was a stain on my tag, and I was like, I'm gonna go at least beat the campaign again.
Sure. So
I've 100%ed GTA 5 twice, and the second time I did it a year and a half ago, I was like, actually, this is like, I had a blast. I had a great time playing through GTA 5 again. It was really fun. So maybe I was too, I don't know, crotchety about it, or thought I was too good for it. But I'm still not like as hyped as the hype is for 6, I don't think. But I do think I'll play it, but I think I'll just I'll probably 100% the campaign. I don't think I have any care to 100% the multiplayer. With that being said, I don't know where I'm getting it then, because I try to keep my Xbox as 100% as possible. I care less on PlayStation about making sure I have Platinums and 100%, but
PlayStation's got to get all the support for the game, right, and all that kind of stuff, because it won't be coming to PC straight away. So
yeah, exactly. So
yeah,
I'll pick it up somewhere, and I'll 100% the campaign. I think.
Yeah, I remember GTA 5's campaign being actually pretty excellent, but I realized I haven't really played a Rockstar game since. It was like I did GTA, I'm looking at my achievements and being like, okay, cool.
Well, they made it pretty easy to do because they've only released one other game.
That's true. Which I didn't play Red Dead 2, and that was the thing. I was like, okay.
That game was fantastic. I'd be excited about a Red Dead 3. Red Dead 2 was amazing.
Yeah, so that's on my pile of shame, to be honest. It's one of those things that I really should get to, just haven't gotten to, but they do good work. They do really good work, and people love those games.
I've just recently played God of War 2018, and that was an amazing game. But now, having played both God of War 2018 and Red Dead 2, Red Dead 2 got robbed in 2018 for Game of the Year.
Fair.
Super robbed.
Yeah, I'm with you. Marvel's Wolverine is in
Meanwhile,
there.
I haven't played a game of Auto since San Andreas, so
San Andreas,
no comment.
Yeah. I went back and did, what was it, the I played GTA 3 through the trilogy that they released. Really fun going back to that one, because that's the one I remember the least, because I was 9 years old when it came out, and playing it well earlier than I should have been. But it was really, really cool to go back to and go, this is it's so amazing to see what they did with that game and how it basically created the open world genre. But it also, we're now so saturated with that shit that it's almost like, well, I kind of cursed it at the same time.
Yeah.
Marvel's Wolverine is coming out this year. PlayStation only, obviously. Any of us excited?
I mean, the guy with the PlayStation in the chat is.
Yeah, right. That's why I'm asking.
I am still pretty stoked for Insomniac's Marvel's Wolverine. Yeah, I need to play Spider-Man 2 still, but
I don't know what Wolverine's gonna be, right? Because I know it's not an open world thing, right? They're making it more of a more linear style game, apparently. Which, I mean, I guess fits with what Insomniac used to do.
Yeah, and it's hard. I feel like Spider-Man makes sense to be open world.
Sure.
If you're not open world in Spider-Man, that's wasted potential. I don't know how you do open world with Wolverine, like, because you could, I guess, run everywhere, but he doesn't have like super speed, so
no traversal abilities. Yeah,
watching Wolverine like hop into a car and drive would be like so incredibly immersion breaking.
It'd be very funny. He has to hail a cab.
If I had to bet, I bet it's gonna be open zone.
Yeah, that's you probably.
It's like here's an area and you can run around, and that's kind of it.
Yeah, I think it would do well to do like a new God of War style.
Sure. Yep.
I can see that.
Resident Evil Requiem. So that's coming out next month? Or in a couple of weeks, right? It's actually not that far away. I mean, I love Resident Evil. But
still played Village.
Yeah, right. I really enjoyed. I loved Village. I really enjoyed 7 as well.
Biohazard and Village. Yep.
I saw an article. Someone was trying to convince people that Resident Evil 6 was good, and I was like, "No, that's some revisionist history that I cannot get behind."
Yeah, absolutely not.
Resident Evil 6. No, I love Resident Evil 6 so much.
It's so
I
terrible.
love it because it's camp. Yes,
it's really camp.
It is.
Yeah.
It's so camp.
See, that's why I like 5 though. Because 5 is very campy, but
5 is
something about 6, man. You're like, oh man, we've been playing this for 20 hours, and it's been like an hour, and you're not even halfway through the campaign you're on. And like, what is happening? And
it's just so funny.
It's such a pain. Ugh.
Oh man.
I love Resident Evil 6. I mean, I love Resident Evil 6 the same way I love Alone in the Dark 2008.
Sure, right. Yeah, actually, you know what? That's the right amount of love, to be honest. Yeah, I can totally see that. So I mean, I'm definitely interested in Requiem. I'm interested in the dual protagonist thing with kind of Leon doing the more actiony side of things, and yeah, I don't know.
That's what they did in 6.
It is what they did in 6.
If you're concerned, they did the whole
that is why I'm a little bit like, okay, I want to see, are both parts good?
This is the action sequence character. This is the puzzle solving sequence character.
Like, you have to run away from this person. This person, you need to do a roundhouse kick into a wall.
Yeah.
I mean, my only worry is how good are both parts going to be if putting these things together. So we'll see how that goes. But they have, again, they've been put out banger after banger of games in that series recently. Like the 4 remake was great, 7 was good, 8 was good. Like,
I think it'll be fine. Like, I think it wasn't just 5 and 6. I think it was Capcom circa 2000, like late 2000s.
Yeah.
That was just putting out games like that, and I think they've figured it out. So I don't.
Yeah, no, Capcom's been on a tear lately.
Yeah,
like most of their games people have liked and gotten good reviews. So yeah, I have confidence in. I won't play it until like 2030 probably, but hey.
Yeah.
Honestly, what generation is it? 7th Xbox 360 and PS3 7th generation,
something like that. Yeah.
That whole generation was just weird.
It was strange.
Like really look
to the 360 era. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
someone's was it Moonzom brought up punching the boulder? Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I loved like the Resident Evil 5 had some amazing moments in it, despite being pretty problematic going back to these days. If they're remaking that, which is the rumor, I'll be very curious to see what happens there.
Problematic.
Code Veronica.
What did they do? Can we get into it? I don't remember.
So it was just white guys shooting.
It was a white guy going to Africa and basically just shooting a bunch of black people who were trying to. And so then
it wasn't like outright problematic.
I mean, if you boil it down to that, sure.
Yes.
Then Resident Evil 4 is just a white guy going to fucking.
But he's killing other white people, so it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, again,
he speaks Spanish, but it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Hootable.
Goes into a man's house, shoots him immediately. Yeah. 007 First Light, which got delayed a little bit. I think it was supposed to be coming out March. I think it's now coming out May.
IO makes good games. I don't know how much. I don't know if I care about the James Bond franchise, though. Be hyped enough.
I mean, it looks like they're just like, we're gonna do Hitman. We're gonna do Hitman levels, and then we're gonna do like action levels. And so I'm
007 Hitman. That's all it is.
Yeah, which I'm like, okay, cool. If the Hitman style stuff is still good, then I'm all for it, and the action stuff is acceptable, then I'm also fine with that. Because they showed like driving the car, and there's like you get into more gunfights.
I guess that'd be kind of cool, like a linear Hitman. Because like Hitman is not linear, right? It's very you pick your mission, you do it.
I mean,
I played Absolution recently, and that's what you're talking about, basically.
You're right. I am talking about linear, but like in the new style, like if they figured out how to take the new formula and then make a curated story around it, I think that could be cool.
They've also been working on it for a long fucking time. I remember them talking about
that was a while ago.
Yeah, when Hitman 3 was first coming out, and I was doing like the very first levels of that and that sort of stuff, and I was like, they're like, oh yeah, we're working on a James Bond game, and everyone was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. We haven't seen one of those in a while, and then it was like fucking nothing for like 4 years or something. Probably longer actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, definitely curious to see what this looks like, and Lenny Kravitz is the bad guy. That's kind of interesting. I guess we'll see how that goes.
A bad guy so far.
A bad guy. True. That's true. Yeah, that's very true.
The other thing is, I know it's not. Like, I know there's nothing. This is all in my head. I don't want to play 007 First Light until I finish Hitman 2 and 3. I know there's no reason for me to think.
I mean, you should finish those games anyway because they're great.
I know. I've only done the first one.
God, that fucking mansion mission. Where the British mansion where you're solving a murder, and there's it's basically just night. The Hitman, I think it was the Hitman 3, where it's like basically Knives Out, where you essentially the detective is coming to the manor to solve the murder mystery. You can choke him out and then basically take his outfit and then solve the murder yourself, like you're Benoit Blanc.
That's so cool.
It's so good. It's so good. It's also completely not related to the assassination, like what you need to do in the mission at all.
I'm so confused what I'm supposed to play though, because Hitman 2 had a Hitman 1 and 2 in it, and then Hitman 3 had 1 and 2 and 3, and now there's World of
Assassination is 3. They've basically rebranded 3. 3 has all the DLC from all the levels from 1 and 2 in them. So it depends on if you care about the achievement lists or not.
There's 3 different lists though, right?
Yes. So 1 is its own list, 2 has its own list, and then DLC for 1. The 1 DLC is in it, and then 3 has its own list, but DLCs for 2 and 1.
Okay, I've already started 2, so it sounds like I'm going to be playing Hitman 1 3 times, Hitman 2 twice, and Hitman 3.
That was the one thing that kind of fucked me up a little bit. I was like, man, I like as much as I enjoy Hitman, I've done this. I've literally mastered these levels.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool that they did that. They're just like, we're going to keep bringing our game in, but like, for an achievement hunter, it's like, god damn it, dude. Yeah. Anyway, I'll get there, man. I love the first one.
Oh, thank you, anonymous gifter. Whoever you are, we greatly appreciate the subs. That's great. Forza Horizon 6, which they showed off last week. This is day 1 for you guys, obviously, right?
Day and date. Yeah, I don't care. Eliminator's gonna, I'm gonna start it and I'm gonna have a blast, and then I'm gonna put 60 hours into it, and it's gonna be great. And then I'm finally gonna look at the achievement list because I'll be playing it blind for like forever.
Sure.
And then it'll say like win 100 eliminators, and I'll want to die.
Yeah.
But
yeah. But you had so much fun.
But I'm still day and
60 hours.
I've been asking for fucking Japan since Horizon 2.
Yeah.
They're finally doing it. It's been a decade. I've been asking for Japan for a decade. And they're finally doing it.
I think it's similar to Assassin's Creed. I think most people have been asking for Japan.
Yeah.
For the drifting.
They finally
the
pulled the finger out. They're like, okay, well, we're doing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, day and date. I'm gonna day one this game. I can't fucking wait. I'm stoked.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna end up playing it. I'm gonna end up playing it. I can and ah about it all fucking day. I know I'm gonna get peer pressured into fucking playing it.
Do it. Get anxiety again with me. Right? Let me get the Eliminator achievement, and then you go and pop it a half hour later.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Like, hey, you know, that peer pressure seems to be the way I get anything done these days. So. Yeah, I'm definitely like I loved what they showed of it at the showcase, and it looks fantastic. And like the cool stuff, like the whole thing was like you have your own little valley and you build it out and stuff. And it's kind of cool. So like they're kind of doing other elements, and
the car meets are sweet. I like that they're leaning. I was hoping they were gonna emphasize like body mods.
Yeah,
it sounds like they are, because that's so important to Japanese car culture is body mods. And that's something I felt like Forza was always missing, because they tried to be more like
arcadey,
you know, regal and elegant about it. So like we're not gonna Need for Speed Underground 2 body.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. No fucking
mods.
Neon lights under the car and that shit. Yeah.
But dude, you can't go to Japan and not let me put underglow in a fat fucking body kit on my car. I'm sorry.
Yep, obviously.
Yeah,
it's required.
Animal Crossing.
Why is the next one here? That's dumb.
Yeah, all right, whatever. Yeah. Animal Crossing. I guess they bring out a Switch 2 version of it.
Yeah, I love Animal Crossing, but that's just an update.
Yeah.
This is
Code Vein 2, which just came out, apparently is getting relatively middling reviews, which is a shame because I just finished the last one.
Bummer.
Yeah, apparently
it seems
it's like
more Code Vein.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the problem. I think is that they were like, cool, Code Vein came out in what 2013
or 18.
20, yeah, something like
yeah, it's been a bit.
It's been a fair while. It's been like almost 10 years. And I feel like it feels like the genre, Souls-like genre, has evolved over that time, and this game so much like this series kind of hasn't. I'm definitely curious about checking it out because I did really enjoy Code Vein 1 for what it was. Definitely, you could see the strings a little bit, but there was a lot of cool stuff to get in there, and that was a good backlog one.
Essentially, it's just anime Dark Souls, right?
Yeah, the original game. Yeah, basically. I mean, it's a little bit more action fighter than Dark Souls. I mean, it definitely has almost all the Dark Souls trappings, but they definitely lean into like more special moves and that kind of stuff, which is maybe a bit more like and companion stuff. Dragon Quest 7 reimagined. Oh, is that 7? No, Dragon Quest
be good.
Is that 7? Yeah, 7. Yeah. So was it 6?
7.
7?
It's 7.
Yeah, 7. Yeah, Dragon Quest.
Yeah, it's 7.
Yeah, that's right. Because 8 was the one on PlayStation 2. That's the one that I played. Yeah, this looks really good. I don't know if I'm ready to jump into a Dragon Quest game right this second, because they are usually a bit of an investment. Both, like you're looking at like close to 100 hours on most of those games. But we'll see. Again, I know they've done a lot of like quality of life improvements and things like that, and new content, and made it like more modern. So I'm curious to see how modern it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm stoked for it. I've also been meaning to play the Dragon Quest 3 HD and Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD, but Dragon Quest was I mean, I was a Final Fantasy kid, as I'm sure most in the West kind of were. Like Dragon Quest is, I think, bigger in Japan, but like most
way bigger
Final Fantasy. But I played 11, loved it, and have been looking for an excuse to go give it the Final Fantasy treatment and go play through, go see what the whole franchise kind of has to offer. So it sounds like they're trying to bring it over more. Like I mean they've re-released I think almost every Dragon Quest a few times, but it's almost always been on like the DS.
Yeah, Nintendo consoles and that, I guess, which makes sense, right? Japan.
Yeah, so it will be cool. I do. It's nice to see them starting to put them on consoles and every console, and hopefully they just keep doing more. I love that I can play every mainline Final Fantasy on one console.
I was just thinking that. I've been now that they've been putting the Pixel remasters on Game Pass. I'm like, now's probably the time.
Yeah, you can play every Final Fantasy 1 through 16 on an Xbox Series X minus 11.
All achievements.
All with achievements.
Square Enix has been hitting out of the park with their remakes. So
which I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to what we've been playing. But Neo 3. PlayStation exclusive, right, at this point? Or PC,
I have both 1 and 2. I've been meaning to play them. They look fun. I like Team Ninja, but Neo 3 is like, oh, cool. When I saw this announcement, I was like, oh, cool, more Neo. I know that's a game I'm gonna like. I just still need to go play the 2 that I already own that I haven't played yet.
Yeah, that's fair. I know that the Neo 2 tends to lean on the side of completely unfucking fair when it comes to the Dark Souls difficulty slider. So I'm wondering where 3 is going to sit, probably in that same camp. But I know a lot of people like the original game back in the day. It was one of the things that I'm sad that I kind of missed out on. But
well, it's Team Ninja doing what Team Ninja does, you know. Everyone was like, why Ninja Gaiden 2 too hard? They made Ninja Gaiden 3 and said, fine, here you go. We'll go make a real man's game, and then they pumped out Neo 1 and 2.
Yeah, exactly. And I liked Wo Long, so it's like, maybe, you know. What else we got here? Mario Tennis we don't care about. That should
the next 4 you can pretty much boil down to Mario Tennis, more High on Life, not Little Nightmares, but yes, and Pokemon Minecraft.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm interested in Reanimal. It looks good. I liked Little Nightmares 1 and 2. I didn't play 3. I'll probably give Reanimal a go at some stage, but probably not a day and date. High on Life 2, I'm actually quite excited for because I like the original.
Yeah, that game's so funny.
Yeah. I need to play the DLC still, but...
Yeah. Some of the stuff in the DLC is just like the entire concept of a salt planet with just that only slugs live on is just so fucking just hilarious to me. It's just constantly funny. Pokemon Minecraft. I mean,
I'll play Pokemon Minecraft. I don't know.
Sure,
cool.
It's fun, but I don't play anything.
Well, it's not even Pokemon Minecraft. It's Pokemon.
Stardew Valley.
Harvest Moon. Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. I guess more Harvest Moon-y.
It's their Pokemon cozy game, which like Pokemon are already pretty close to that in general, so it probably wasn't a huge leap.
No.
Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly remake.
Another series,
if I'm not mistaken, right?
I've been on a bit of a horror kick recently, so I've been like, maybe because I really enjoyed Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill F, and I'm like, maybe I should jump into this actually. I don't know. We'll see what the reviews are like. But Fatal Frame 1 was a game that I played way too young that scared the hell out of me in a way that no other game ever did. Partly because, you know, ghosts can go through fucking walls and you got a fucking camera to take care of them. So...
Yeah, Fatal Frame is a series that I've always... I feel like I'm a broken record when I say it, but it's a series I've always wanted to get into. I have a few of them. I just haven't played them.
I think you should, Matt, because if I'm not mistaken, Fatal Frame 2 is to that series as Silent Hill 2 is to that series.
Yeah, apparently
it is the Fatal Frame game. So,
yeah.
So you probably should.
I'll have a look at the achievements and make sure they're not too ridiculous. But
that's way more important, obviously. But you know, if they're good, you should play it.
Yeah. All right, fine. You see, this is peer pressure all over again. That's what this whole podcast fucking is getting me to play shit. Replaced is apparently finally coming out. I know Cameron will be happy about that. It looks really good.
We'll see.
But yeah, believe it when I see it. Monster Hunter Stories, I think it's just DLC. Crimson Desert, is it?
No, that's a whole new. There's only been 2. That's a new Monster Hunter Story.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's Monster Stories 3 Twisted Reflection. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
that's
right.
The new one.
Oh, that's right. Yes, because they did 1 and 2 as the pack on Xbox. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. But it's more Monster Hunter Stories.
It's more Monster Hunter Stories. I mean, I'm sure people will like it. That if I was gonna play Monster Hunter, that's probably the kind of way I'd want to play it with some sort of narrative wrappings around it. like
Fair.
trick me into playing a Monster Hunter game by dressing it up as an RPG. But I do still want to play Wilds though, so we'll see. Because it was on our Game of the Year list, which means I probably do have to play it.
It was really good, man, and it wasn't so bad. Like Monster Hunter Worlds is brutal. Monster Hunter Wilds you can do in 100 hours.
Yeah,
because
so
of how they did
that's
the crowd
somewhat
versus the crowd.
reasonable.
Yeah.
Crimson
was
Desert. That's the one.
Is that game real?
That's was exactly what I was gonna say. Is that game fucking real? Because it feels like they were like
scammed.
Yeah, it feels like I'm getting scammed because it's like everything they've shown from that game is like literally just has everything. You just like it looks really good, but
Really good.
I need to see more. I want to see when it comes out and people play it and actually get some real reviews about it because yeah, I am curious. I don't know if it's going to be because it looks like it'll also be a huge time sink.
Yeah, I'm looking at the screenshots right now, and I'm also just having I'm like, what is this game?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I think that's the thing. Is
high
like,
fantasy RPG, The Witcher with Dark Souls boss fights, and
Yeah, watch the trailers.
Like-
It's insane. Like it literally is. You can fly around and you're fighting this and you can do this. It's a scam. There's no way.
this guy's riding a dinosaur in this screenshot. Like,
Yep.
what
Yeah.
what am I looking at?
It is the Mad Libs of video games where they're just throwing stuff in there and just being like, let's see what happens.
It's some dev just made a bunch of like very tiny tech demos for things.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, well, it's like I haven't got one big idea, but I do have 100 small ideas.
Yeah.
Saros, which is the Housemarque sequel to Returnal.
Eternal. Yeah.
As the requisite PlayStation guy in the chat. Yeah, everyone's super stoked for this game. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, I hope it's better than Returnal. Because everyone was like, dude, Returnal's so fantastic, amazing game.
Yeah, I must say, I think there's a minority there.
I think it's maybe I just like figured it out too quick. Like maybe I just figured because it's it's a roguelite. You die, you try new things. I don't know. By the third or fourth run, I'd unlocked a gun, like 2 or 3 guns that I would rotate between that could consistently carry me to the end. The second time I ever fought the last boss, I was able to no-hit it. And then from that point on, I was able to no-hit it consistently. And I played on like the default. I didn't change any. I don't think there's many accessibility settings. The only accessibility setting is you can save and quit mid-run.
Yeah.
And come back in. But everything else should have been the same, I think, difficulty-wise. So I don't know. Maybe I just got really lucky and like solved the game quick. So I just like was like it became repetitive and dull. But I was just like, what? Everyone spoke so highly of this game, and it's fine. But it's like the whole time I was playing this, I was like, maybe you'd be impressed by this if you'd never played a roguelite.
Well, that's kind of what I was. Like, I'm not a big roguelite guy. It's games like this that get me into roguelites to be like, okay, cool. It needs a bit more than just the regular pick 3 game, But I also didn't really understand the hype all that much either, to be fair. It looked pretty and looked interesting, but yeah.
So yeah, my opinions of Saros have been okay. Hope it's better than Returnal, but so far it just looks like a Returnal.
With Raul Julia. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raul's cool.
Halloween, I don't think there's anything super interesting about that.
Ilphonic, Bubsy, stop.
Yeah.
There's so many of these now.
Yeah. I feel like they've kind of missed the boat on that. Atomic Heart 2, I don't know, I didn't play the first one. I heard it was kind of rough around the edges. I'm not super excited for 2. Blood of the Dawnwalker, I am pretty excited for. This is the sort of vampire take on the Witcher style game from people who made The Witcher 3. Some people who made The Witcher 3. Looks really interesting. It's been a while since we've had one of those, so I think now is probably a good time. But I think I'd like to see a bit more about it and kind of want to see some reviews. But yeah,
it looks like a Jake game. I'm looking at the
that's what I was gonna say. Yes,
first I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Looks like me. I'd play it. Looks like me.
Chrono.
I mean, dude, Bandai. I think Bandai Namco. Like, I just looked at the publisher. I think Bandai Namco is just my favorite publisher. I don't feel like they ever release a game I don't like.
I was gonna say they do tend to be in your wheelhouse quite a bit. Yeah, between weeb shit and
Weeb shit and dark fantasy is basically
exactly
their thing, and I'm like, yeah, those are two things I like a lot. So
right in the middle of that Venn diagram for sure.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I'm also right there with you. So yeah, I got no room to talk.
Yeah.
Chrono Odyssey, I believe, is an MMO, so I don't really care about that. Dusk Bloods. This is the new From Software Bloodborne
Switch exclusive, right?
Sort of thing. Yeah, Switch exclusive, which is weird, but hey, all right.
But I'm also hearing it's got heavy multiplayer.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I
saw the trailer and I was like, okay, that looks interesting, but like, what, I'm
trying to figure that out because so it looks cool and it's I have a Switch too, so I'm like in the market for this, and I was interested in getting it, and maybe I still will, but heard people saying like something about it, and this was Twitter, so take it with a grain of salt, but I heard people saying it was supposed to be like very multiplayer focused, like almost a competitive multiplayer game.
Oh, okay.
I've not
like
heard
a
that.
PvP kind of thing.
Weird.
I hope not. I hope it's just a vampire vibey, Eldritch horror vibey FromSoft game that's for some reason a Switch exclusive. Heavy on the for some reason.
Yeah, but, hopefully maybe not forever. Also, would be nice.
Yeah, yeah. Publishers FromSoft and Nintendo, which is crazy since Sony owns most of FromSoft at this point.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's strange.
Speaking of Switch 2, Elden Ring.
Elden Ring's getting a Switch, which it's good. I'm glad more people get to play that. Fable, which we got shown off at the Direct.
Go.
This is probably my most anticipated title for this year, to be honest. This looks fucking excellent.
Yeah, that showcase was I didn't watch the whole showcase because I actually only watched probably 5 minutes of the Fable thing, mostly because I was like, okay, I like what I see. It doesn't look like it's going to be absolute dog. I'm going to just wait and experience them then. Like I did the dummy check of like, make sure this isn't garbage. And
make sure that the actual people talking in British accents and you can kick a chicken.
Adjust hype appropriately. Like I think I got to the point where they're basically like, yeah, there's not evil or good anymore. There's like thousands of NPCs who are all going to react to you kind of like real people. Like if they've never met you before, why would they ever know what you've done? And I was like, that's super fucking cool. Yeah, I'm in.
Yep, I'm super excited for it. I think this is probably the best looking game I've seen for this year. Helps it come with the Game Pass, and obviously it's been in development for a long time. But
long time.
Yeah, really curious to see what the response is. But like I said last week, even if it's just good, I'll be happy. Because it's been so long since we've had a fucking Fable game. Yeah.
I'm stoked.
Fire Emblem's got a new game. Don't care about that.
My girlfriend is hyped.
There's a Halo.
I also like Fire Emblem.
I do actually like Fire Emblem. I just haven't played one in a long time. Halo campaign evolved, so they're remaking the campaign for the first game. I
might play it on the PS5 just for that like feeling.
Just that weird feeling.
Something's not quite right here. Why does it say press? Why does it say press triangle?
Press triangle to enter Ghost. Yeah, exactly.
And they made it very clear this is just a single player, right?
Yes,
there's
campaign.
No multiplayer whatsoever.
Yeah, no multiplayer at all.
Yeah.
They're saving
However,
I think co-op, but not like multiplayer.
Yes.
However, they're gonna have a fucking lasso achievement because that's their favorite thing to do since MCC.
Of course. Yeah.
And
so take all the fun out of the game. I mean, it'll be cross-platform as well, I think. So, if you do pick it up on PlayStation, we can play it together, I love Halo, so I'll almost certainly be picking this up, or we'll be playing it on Game Pass.
I'd be down. Do a co-op run. I haven't played a co-op. I haven't played Halo 1 co-op since, I don't know, 2014, maybe
the
15.
360 version back in the day. Yeah.
No, I think it was MCC.
Oh yeah, right.
But
of course.
it's been. I'm due. I'm due for a co-op run of Halo Combat Evolved.
Yeah, apparently it's going to have some extra stuff in there as well. Some like stuff that was originally concept stuff that didn't make it into the original game, and they do it again. It very much feels like a test bed for their new Halo project now that it's all in Unreal 5. The rumor is that apparently if this does well, they're just going to basically just keep rolling on and just keep remaking them, which fair enough. Maybe we'll finally get to play that actual final level in Halo 2 that they've been teasing about for several decades now.
They did say there are going to be new levels in this new one.
Yeah, so I'm like, cool. Maybe put the actual Forerunner ship level that was supposed to be at the end of Halo 2 in there. And Halo 3 has one of my favorite campaigns of all time, so like I'll play that. I do occasionally just play that, even just for fun. Tank beats everything. Inzoi, which is their kind of Sims equivalent that Crafton are doing.
Sims.
Isn't that like basically confirmed AI slot?
Yes, basically anything Crafton puts out now, because they are officially an AI first company now apparently. So yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. So I'm not going to give them the time of day anymore, to be honest.
Yeah.
New Lego Batman looks good, but it is just Lego. I mean, as much as they like have made it Arkham style, I don't know if I need another Lego game.
I'll put it on my.
Combine like all the Batmans. Like it's like any piece of Batman lore, from video games to comic books to movies to games. They've all crammed it all in this one game.
Yeah, true.
It's gonna go in my pile of my bucket list item to finish every Lego game.
Sure.
Oof. So, yeah, it's been slow going, and I haven't worked on it in a while, but I would like to.
And they keep fucking making them.
That's a great thing about it. There's always content, but
yeah, you look at the Skywalker saga, and you're like, man, there's 9 fucking movies I have to deal with here. That's a lot. Lords of the Fallen 2. I know it's a bit ropey, but I'm very, very excited for this. I know Cameron and Stubby and Q and I are all, very, very chomping at the bit to play this one, because we really enjoyed Lords of the Fallen 1. Maybe not so much having to buy it again because they fucking added a title update to it recently, but yeah. It's that mid-tier, like AA Souls-like thing that I'm kind of into.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to play it. I haven't yet.
Yeah, I'd recommend
it. I played the original.
The original also is like, that's a fun one. It's very, very rough, but
that was okay.
Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. That's a PlayStation exclusive. I guess
even the PlayStation guy doesn't super care about it.
Yeah, fair. 1943 Rise of Hydra. This one I'm super interested in if it ever comes out.
So was but I could have sworn that got indefinitely postponed.
Well, it was supposed to be last year, and then they said we're not making that date. So
I thought they flat out said it's in like the indefinitely postponed thing. So I kind of just wrote it off. I was like, oh, well,
yeah, that's fair. Actually, yeah, because it's the Amy Hennig thing, right? That's her. I think it's the one that she's working on, Rich.
But it looks great. Like if it comes out, I'm absolutely playing it.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
Mixtape. Definitely excited for that. It looks really, really good. Made by the same people who did
awesome.
The Artful Escape. So I'm super for that. Onimusha looks really, really good. I wonder how difficult it's going to be. I definitely want to see kind of what an Onimusha game looks like these days.
Yeah, I was going to say, Onimusha was never super... It wasn't one of those known for its difficulty games. It was just one of those PS2,
action
slashers.
I mean...
Yeah, it was Resident Evil
Resident
tank
Evil
controls,
hack and slash,
but with demons.
Yeah. It was a tank controls hack and slash, but I don't think it was ever like no one ever talking about it. Like,
sure.
Guidance. So I'm curious. I am also very curious to see what they do with it. If they lean into the a hack and slash in 2026 has to be hard because it does feel like that's just where the genre is at now. The hack and slash genre kind of died for a while, and then they kind of Dark Souls sort of revived it, and everyone's like, okay, we're gonna make hack and slashes, but they all have to be hard now. Dark Souls said so.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if they follow suit.
Oh yeah, new Professor Layton game. I mean that'll be. What is that coming out? Is that just going to be on Switch?
It'll be Switch. They've never. That's never been cross-platform. So
yeah, so it's a shame because I love Professor Layton back in the day. It is responsible for one of my favorite Penny Arcade comics, which was I think it was Tycho trying to get across the water, and he's like, "Hey, can you let the bridge down, or do I have to answer some stupid puzzle?" It's like, "I have 5 matchstick." He's like, "I will fucking kill you." Oh yeah, Star Wars Zero Company.
I don't even know what this next one is.
XCOM. I think it was the XCOM style thing with like Star Wars license.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool.
Eh.
I mean, like, I love Star Wars,
Yep.
so I mean, I'll definitely keep an eye on it. I'm wondering, like how tactical are we talking here?
Are we talking XCOM 2 or are we talking Mario and Rabbids?
Yes, exactly, right? Exactly. Where it's like, is this going to be fun, or am I not going to have a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely a bit of a sliding scale there. So we'll see. But again, as a big Star Wars fan, I probably will end up playing it. But if you look at the screenshots, there's literally like, yeah, there's a battle droid standing there in a square. You know, I'm gonna have to use an ability on him to blast him with an ion blast or some shit.
That is still my favorite way. Like whenever somebody sees Mario plus Rabbids, like the Switch ones, and they're like, "What is that?" It's still my favorite thing to say. Oh, that's Mario XCOM, and they go, "What do you mean that's Mario XCOM?"
And it got a sequel.
I mean,
there was 2 of them.
There's 2 of them, and they're actually good.
Yeah, those are very good games.
Oh man, that's so good. Mario Wonders getting a Switch 2 edition. Super Meat Boy 3D, which is basically literally like the 2D levels. They've turned them into 3D, which is pretty impressive.
I have not played Forever. I still want to. I know everyone kind of has its bah humbug about Forever, but
yeah,
I still want to play it. I don't know if 100% it. Give it a good college try because that one looks brutal.
Yes,
I looked at the list for that one, and that list is insane.
Yeah.
This list will probably also be insane, but
almost certainly. All right, I'll just rattle through a few more because we've been going a bit long. But Tomodachi Life, Tropico 7, Bolt Gun 2. I'm excited. Bolt Gun 2, I'm like, cool. Yep, I'll play Bolt Gun 2. I'll enjoy the first one. Dawn of War 4, but that'll be PC only probably. It's a Yoshi game. Tomb Raider, they're remaking Tomb Raider 1 again. But you know what? That's fine.
I know. I just last year played the remaster. That was my first Tomb Raider 1 experience, which was
anniversary.
No. Tomb Raider 1.
Oh yes, gotcha. Yeah, the collection.
That was my first Tomb Raider 1 experience, and it was a good time. I'm excited for Legacy of Atlantis. I think.
High Guard, which is already out. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando looks like a fun, like team squad based ridiculous shooter in the same vein of something like, I guess like World War Z or that kind of like co-op, like Left 4 Dead kind of thing, but with like some ridiculous fun humor. Pragmata, I don't believe is actually coming out because they've delayed it so many times.
If it does though, I'm very excited.
It does look cool. It looks cool.
Capcom.
Diablo 4, Lord of Hatred, so that's a new expansion for that. I need to get back to Diablo 4 actually because now they keep putting out expansions and new content for it. Ace Combat 8, Control Resonant. I mean, Control Resonant's a day one for me, like 100%, no question. I love the original game, and they
still need to go back.
They were like, hey, you know that like all that kind of like jumping around and like third person shooting stuff. Yeah, now we've turned it into a 3D action game. Fucking deal with it. I'm like, all right, cool. Ontos.
You're like, heck yeah, I am.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm like, great. Yep, just inject it straight into my veins. Remedy can do no wrong, except for maybe FBC Firebreak. Ontos is another one that's frictional, so that's their like Soma style thing on the moon with Skarsgård in it. I'm fucking like this shit is like my jam. This is my Venn diagram where they're like cool, interesting, weird, surreal horror shit with like, you know, philosophical questions about what, you know, what it means to be human and you know, massive psychological scarring for the rest of my life. I just watched a streamer that I watched play through Soma for the first time. And I was like, man, I'd forgotten how fucking just insane that game is. Star Wars Galactic Races, I'm sure it'll be fine. Prince of Persia is not coming out anymore.
RIP.
Cthulhu the Cosmic Abyss looks interesting, but we've seen a lot of Cthulhu stuff. The Legend of the Heroes, Trails Below on the Horizon. Is there anything else around? Romeo's a Dead Man. We'll see. Romeo's a Dead Man.
Romeo Dead Man, I'm very excited for it.
I love Grasshopper, but...
Love Grasshopper.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely want to see
Mouse
more
PI. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Mouse PI was the next one I was going to say too. Yeah, looks really, really good. It was been delayed quite a few times, but sort of that boomer shooter. But the style is really the thing, right? That's the
yeah. I'm actually super hyped for the next game. I'm actually super hyped for Screamer.
Screamer.
Yeah, Screamer looks pretty cool.
Screamer is an arcade racer, but it's like an anime arcade racer. So it's like over the top, like initial D type shit. I just feel like we haven't had a really good arcade racer in a long time.
It's true.
So
yeah.
And then leveraging this like anime style of it, I'm actually super stoked for Screamer.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, that sounds great. And I think that's pretty much it in terms of like stuff that I'm like super excited to jump on that we see here. I mean,
Enter the Dungeon 2.
Yeah, Enter the Dungeon 2, I guess. I mean,
ooh, felt that boxing. That looks interesting. I'd be so down to try that.
Oh, yes, felt that. Yeah, that's right. With that's right. The trailer with the
Unreal 5 engine puppet boxing game. Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
the one they showed that was at Summer Games Fest.
Game Awards.
Was it Game Awards? No, Game was last.
Or Summer Games Fest.
One of those, yeah. But
I forget.
Remember that? Just ridiculous shit. Fuzz-E. That's great. Yeah, so I'm keen to try that. Actually, that looks hilarious. So yeah, again, it's looking like a pretty big year. I mean, in terms of like massive releases, it's the stuff that, again, as typical, like a lot of the stuff we'll be probably waiting to hear about till later in the year. But in terms of like stuff that's coming out soon, I think we'll be pretty busy. But there's nothing.
Yeah, maybe this year I'll play.
Yeah, exactly right. Play some games from this year. That'd be good.
I'm still working through my challenge. I'm only on 1994. I'm on Secret of Mana.
Well, to be fair, that is an amazing game.
Yeah, and I'm playing both I'm going to play the SNES one, which I'm almost done with. Then I'm actually going to do the PS4 remake to see how that stacks up right after.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because it's for a JRPG. It's not like a lot. It's like a 20-hour.
Yeah, pretty light for the most part. I'm hoping more of the Mana games come to Xbox because now I finished all 3 of them. I'm like, cool. I need more of that.
Agreed.
All right. Well, that's pretty much everything there. And again, we don't really have a lot in terms of news, so I think let's just keep rolling. So Game Pass updates. We don't know what's leaving yet because it's the 31st when we record this, so it's pretty much done and dusted. But the things that joined this week, we had Talos Principle 2, Anno Mutatium, Mutationeum, I don't know. Drop Duchy, My Sims Kingdom for PC, Warhammer Space Marine 2, highly recommend that. And then on February 2nd, we have Indica, which I also recommend is a very weird, interesting game.
I'm very excited for that one.
People to try. And Final Fantasy 2, the Pixel Remaster, is coming February 3rd. So, good list of stuff.
Don't sleep on Final Fantasy 2. I know everyone says it's the one you can skip, but don't. It's good.
I'll do all of them. I'm going to do all of them.
It's just weird, but the story's really good.
All right. Patreon.com/HorrorGamers. If you want to help support the show, a huge thank you to Old Mate Clown, Cavaliero7, Hack and Pone, Kung Fu Skills, Happy Moogle, Admiral Awesome, Natolinator, Lee Howard, Left for Legacy, and Venom's AU. If you're part of our Discord, or if you're one of our free members, you will have seen that we've been putting up a lot of content on the Discord, on the Patreon recently. We've been going through Fallout Season 2. We just finished, Shane and I just finished recording the 5th episode the other day, so that's up live on the Patreon right now. We'll be recording episodes 6, 7, and 8 over the next week or two. So the first episode is available for all free members. Otherwise, any amount gets you all the other ones. So whether you're a $2 subscriber or a $10, $5, whatever, we just want to basically give you a little bit back for all the stuff you help support. So thank you so much to all of our supporters because, yeah, we couldn't afford to do the show without you guys. All of the money goes right back into basically paying for me to host the show on Buzzsprout and all the other platforms where they charge us. We also have our monthly theme, which is for January and February, New Year, New Me, playing games with your character customization or equipable character cosmetics. There's been some debate over whether colors count, which, again, I don't know if they do, but Cameron reckons that Age of Empires 2 does count. I'm not inclined to believe him.
Do names count?
Names count, like titles?
No.
Like, can I in Secret of Mana you can name each of your characters?
No, that does not count. If you can change your character's
come on.
outfit, yes, but names no. Titles maybe.
The weapons look different when you upgrade them.
Absolutely not. Nope. It's purely for cosmetics as well. They have to basically have no real big impact on the game for the most part.
Damn it.
There's a debate around whether Final Fantasy VII Remake counts because you do get some different dresses depending on what you do, but you can't actually choose them. So I don't know. But yeah, very curious to see what people are putting in there. But yeah, get in there. Let us know what you're playing. You don't necessarily have to finish all the games. Just let us know what you're playing. Get a bit of discussion going. We love to hear what our community are doing. But speaking of what we've been playing, it's been a few weeks since you guys have been on the show, so I'll let you guys go first. Jake, you got anything you want to talk about?
Well, it's been a few weeks since... you know what? I was going to say it's been a few weeks since I've been on the show because life's been insane and I haven't really been playing video games, which is kind of true. But as I've been talking about, I've been playing through Secret of Mana, classic SNES RPG. Actually, honestly, okay. Playing it for the first time in 2026. I don't know. I think I had higher expectations.
Sure.
Like,
wait, hang on. This is the first time you've ever played it?
This is the first time I've ever played it.
Right, okay, sure.
Ooh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yes. First time ever. It's been on my list probably since I first started getting into JRPGs. So like it's been on my list since like the mid to late 2000s. And I've watched people play it and I've heard about like how it's such a monolithic game in the JRPG genre. So I was like okay, I'm ready for a masterpiece. And I'm not getting that, unfortunately. I'm still enjoying it. I'm curious if the story will be like I said, I'm gonna go right into PS4 version, which is like updated graphics. They didn't really update the combat from what I hear. No. But they updated the story. The story's delivered to you in like small cutscenes and voice acting. So I'm curious if the story will be more impactful being delivered that way, versus the text-based stuff. Because I don't think the game itself. Because usually in text-based stories, like you're just reading what's going on, but they still like do a little bit more. I feel like to get the point across in the story. At least like games that did it very well. Otherwise, you're just telling a story like an NES game, which was very hard to tell a story on an NES game because it was just a couple sentences was your exposition.
Here is your guiding principle. Go off and do whatever.
And then I think I'm getting the hang of it finally, but the combat was super frustrating at first too. I felt like I was just brute forcing those things. And I the whole like, I think that I'm curious to see if the PS4 version fixes this, but I feel like the enemy stun is all like, I don't know, just like I hate. It's not even me getting stunned by the enemies. I hate that like I go to attack an enemy, but my fucking party mate attacked the enemy half a second before. So then they're stunned. So my attack whiffs. I have to wait for it to charge. I have to wait for my bar to charge. But by the time my bar's charged, their stun's worn off. They hit me, and I'm grappling with figuring out the best way to deal with the combat in the game. It doesn't feel super satisfying. I've heard that the second game like fixes all of that, which I think eventually became Trials of.
It is. Yep. Second Zenitsu 3 was Trials of Mana.
Yeah. But other than not living up to the hype, other than this 30-year-old game not living up to the hype, I'm still enjoying it, and I'm getting near to the end, and I'm getting the hang of things. It's unfortunate that it took me to about 75% of the way through the game to get the hang of it, so I'm almost done with it. But I feel like that'll give me a better experience going into the PS4 version. But we'll see, because people say the PS4 version is kind of dog. But that also might be people who adored and had nostalgia for the original going in, and it being like not quite what they wanted in a remake either. Because that's kind of what I saw. I watched a review, and the IGN reviewer was like, "Yeah, I was stoked about a Secret of Mana remake because I loved that game, and it wasn't what I wanted." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm playing the game, the original game, and that's not what I want. So maybe the remake will be more what I wanted." I don't know. We'll see.
My prevailing memory of that game is whiffing attacks. I'll tell you right now, like it's a thing where I was like running up to an enemy and just fucking whiffing and be like, fuck.
That's all I do. That's all I'm doing, and I'm just like, that's not satisfying.
Yeah, it's like it's either because like I'm on the wrong plane, or I'm not quite spaced quite right, or because it's got invincibility frames or whatever. Yeah, for sure. That's the biggest thing about that game is that
And that's just, it's frustrating me to all hell. It's giving me a tough time, and that has been the biggest harm to my experience personally. So I'm hoping, I've heard that the remake is a little more forgiving on it, because you can also attack in not just the cardinal directions. You can attack everywhere. So hopefully.
I was curious why they didn't remake that again, because like Trials of Mana, they did a full engine remake, like it's now in 3D and it's using the Visions of Mana stuff and all that sort of stuff. And it's like Trials was definitely the one that I enjoyed the most, because again, I played these in the early 2000s on an emulator because I didn't have a SNES, because that was kind of before I started playing video games. So it was like cool to run it on emulator on PC and again, like I had a similar experience. It was like I wasn't quite getting the majesty of what people were saying about it, but I was also younger, so it was kind of like, okay, maybe I just don't understand games. But it was curious to me that they Secret of Mana is that one that everyone talks about, and that they haven't done the full 3D remake for it is surprising. And then they picked kind of Trials to do it instead. I mean, maybe Trials fits better with the multiple characters and converging storyline stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'm excited to get into Trials, and like I said, I'm still enjoying my time. I can enjoy most games, but I was gearing up for a legendary game. I was gearing up for like a game that has been called a masterpiece in many conversations, and I'm just not getting that, which is maybe just I'm too late to the party, and that's on me.
I think that's the case, honestly.
And that's fine. That's gonna happen when you're going back and revisiting these 30-year-old games for the first time. But yeah, I'll have to jump back in when I've done the PS4 version and see how they compare. But other than Secret of Mana, I did actually manage to squeeze in one other game, which was Cuphead. I did my first ever Cuphead run at the end of December. And that game is a masterpiece. That game is perfect. I did both the DLC. I did the DLC and the base game. And I don't know what I would complain about in that game. Like, I thought every boss was super well designed. I don't think there were many bosses I don't think there was any boss I didn't have fun fighting. I thought the expert mode was a fun challenge and a fun excuse to revisit the game. I also stomped the game.
I saw that. I couldn't fucking believe how much you stomped that game, considering how much I bashed my head against it for several hours.
I don't know. Maybe it just clicked with me, and maybe that's why I liked it so much.
Maybe you just built different. Who knows, right?
Maybe I'm just him. Yeah, I was gearing up for 30 hours, and I beat it in about 10. So, coming in way underestimate on Cuphead. But yeah, if you haven't played Cuphead, I think it's approachable. I don't know. That's not the beat it in a third of the time talking. I think anyone could beat Cuphead.
It took me 26 hours to beat it, just for context. So I think that is including the DLC, though, to be fair. But
yeah, and the DLC was very fun. Also, I think if you going into it, I did the base game and then the DLC. If I would have done my research, I would have done the DLC as soon as I possibly could have. It would have been a huge jump in difficulty right off rip.
Yeah,
because all the bosses are harder, but you can get some really good stuff from the DLC that would have made the base game infinitely easier, especially expert mode.
Yeah, I agree.
So anyway, that's what I've been up to, is Cuphead and Secret of Mana.
Shane,
and
what
lots of ESO.
of course, yeah, the never-ending,
Yes,
never-ending ESO.
I am gearing up in March to go for Emperor. Me and Admiral are gonna link up, and we're gonna fuck up my sleep schedule really bad.
Hell yeah!
Because he's like, we gotta play when the Americans are asleep, and I was like, you realize I'm American, right?
It's like, yep.
He's like, yes.
Shane, what about you?
God, I'm looking at my list. It has been a while since I've been on here, hasn't it?
Yep.
Because me, I'm always going hard, so I'm gonna, I guess, just kind of skip around here. My main goal has been trying to catch up on all my Christmas stuff. I did the TA Christmas thing and wrapping up the end of the year and all that. So I did Banishers Ghost of New Eden. That was very cool. Like that was I was very impressed. I always like doing odd games though. So
that's one that I've been waiting to come to Game Pass for ages. So you recommend it? It's one that I've been.
I was so excited.
Okay.
I was so happy that it came to Game Pass right when I was going to play it. Saved me from buying it. Thank goodness. But yeah, I'd recommend it. The completion's very straightforward. You don't need a guide. No, I would use a guide because it's just to get the endings you need.
Sure.
But, like for things like collectibles and stuff like that, you don't need to follow a guide for that. I did Grinch. Yeah, everyone knows that. Easy kids game. I won't touch on too many games I didn't actually finish yet. I don't know if many people have seen Gaijin Shirenji 1 Kiss or Kill.
Yes.
That was a game. It is a twin stick shooter that is like the most ADHD thing that has ever existed, where you're running through an SNES looking level and shooting villagers as maggots are crawling, like actual maggots are crawling on the screen, anime girls sliding from the sides while there's some guy up in the top corner doing like hacking things in a anonymous. It's insane. That game is so weird. But it's a pretty easy completion at least. So cool. And when you finish it, the developer will message you on TA and ask for a review.
Really?
I'd heard that, and then he finally did that like last week. I got a random DM from him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm the developer. Could you like leave a review, please?" I'm like, "All right, man. Maybe we'll see."
Amazing. All right.
What is this game called?
Gaijin Shirenji. Gaijin, so Gaijin Shirenji, CHARENJI 1 Kiss or Kill. It is a trip. You should just watch clips of it. It's insane.
You're kind of selling me on it. I kind of want to just.
It's on sale at the moment.
That's why I played it.
It's like $5.
Yeah, that's why I grabbed it because it was insanity. I was like, "Oh, I'm down. Sure, the achievements aren't hard. I'm in."
Yeah, it's $3.
It's a very easy completion. Did Dredge. Anyone knows that game? It is spooky fishing. Not a whole lot to go on there.
Okay,
it was
I have to
also pretty easy.
Cameron loves this game. Cameron is like Dredge is one of his favorite games of all time. I enjoyed it. I didn't see it. I
don't see the hype for it. I enjoyed it enough, but not to the levels that everyone was praising this game. I think I would enjoy, what's the other game that everyone really liked? Scuba guy, Diver Dan or whatever it's called. Dave the Diver. I think I'd enjoy that a lot more probably. And that is on Xbox now, so I will be getting to that for sure. But yeah, Dredge was cool. I did like the creepy aesthetic. That was kind of neat. And it was a very much a turn your brain off game where you can just bum around, fish, go to the next spot, fish. There's very little in the way of like danger. I mean, there is kind of, but I agree with you. I thought it was okay. I did all the stacks of Minecraft again because we got more achievements. Eternal Strands. So I tried to be smart. And I was like, hey, I will do some research quick and try to decide what's a game that I want to try to do that I might not be able to do when it's actually announced leaving Game Pass. That's leaving next. I missed. It was between Eternal Strands and what was the one that actually was leaving? Shady Part of Me, which I did too. And I'll get to that. But I was like, Eternal Strands looks cool, and it's like 40, 50 hour time. I beat that by a lot. But I was like, okay, cool. I'll jump on this. I didn't really know much about it. And it wasn't until later I realized that I'd watched a Zero Punctuation / now it's fully Ramblematic, Yahtzee Croshaw reviewing it. This game's awesome. Like, I didn't know what to expect, and I know you've started it since, right?
Yes, I started it based on your recommendation. Yeah. It's been on my like to play later list, and I just keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off.
And I didn't know anything about it, but man, it's cool. Like it's just fun. It's a little jank. It's a first game from a new studio. There's a lot of veteran developers on there, but yeah, it's just fun. Like just running around, setting things on fire, grabbing materials. I love the crafting in it. And then it just felt so cool taking down those giant bosses every single time. Like riding down a dragon as it's crashing to the ground and smashing into everything, and you're pulling its. I don't know. I really enjoyed it, and the best part is it's a pretty straightforward completion. Estimates 40 to 50 hours. I did 22, I think, is what I came in.
Okay. I
under.
might just it's
So.
yeah.
I think as I told you, there's collectibles and they're all either on the map, which are the recipes. They show up just on the map, or at the end of the game, after you beat everything else, it'll give you a mission to seek out all the rest of the collectibles, and so it'll show you where they are.
Cool.
So you don't need a guide. You might need to look up how to harvest each boss because that's important. I would use the Forge Titan's ability when you get that to just annihilate everything, because man, that was helpful. But yeah, no, that very cool game, very underrated. I definitely recommend everyone get to it if you can before it leaves Game Pass, or buy it, whatever. But very cool.
It was way more physicsy than I was expecting. Like I knew it had some like stuff around, like, oh, you could pick things up and throw things, but it's like it's way more like Breath of the Wild style Master Hand, like throwing things and
it's very reliant on its systems. So like what really sold me was the second boss is a dragon, a big old dragon to fight. And the best way to handle that is you have an ice power and you just freeze it to the ground. And you can see the dragon's physics trying to rip its, like, it literally will change its physics and its head stuck and it's trying to pull its wing off the ground. And I don't know, that was like, oh, that's cool, you know? And you can do that to all the enemies. Like there's big robot guys called Ancients. And you could literally, if their arms get too close to their body, you can just freeze their arm to their body and they're sitting there struggling with it and trying to get, I thought it was very cool. But yeah, it relies a lot on its systems, and that is the big selling point for the game, is the way the fire, the ice, and what do they call it, gravity, the powers all work. So big fan, and not very long. So and then I did Shady Part of Me quick. It's a sad kid puzzle platformer game. You know what to expect from these. It was the one leaving Game Pass, so I did that real quick. I thought it was cool. It's a really good message about accepting your sadness. One line that stuck with me that anyone knows my last few years was, what was it? Moving on isn't forgetting, and that hit hard. So yeah, no, it's a good. I thought it was a good message, but it's a easy completion, really straightforward. Follow a guide, get the collectibles. I did it in a day. I think it was exactly almost 6 hours, so that's pretty dead on for that estimate. I had to jump in Pal World and Terraria again. Terraria got freaking achievements. I can't believe Terraria got new achievements. But yeah, so I jumped in Terraria, got those achievements quick, did them myself. So I do have those. Well, 2 of the achievements. I could probably get everyone, all 3. Yeah, I mean, I have those ready if anyone wants to.
I'll hit you up on that. I installed it.
This should be easy. I think the most time-consuming one, now that I've done it, people should just be able to jump in and get it immediately. And then the other 2, I'll load up into the map and we can get those quick. So it shouldn't take more than 20 minutes tops. Same with Power World. Jumped in. There's a new boss. Me and my daughter fought it. They finally fixed Power World. Usually when I play it, the graphics and like textures and stuff look like it's from 2002. So they finally updated it where it runs and works. And I was very happy to see that the game actually is pretty cool looking. So that's cool to know. And then the game I'm working on right now is Marlowe Briggs and the Mask of Death. It is a very little known, what do they call them? Beat 'em ups?
Yeah,
like God of War kind of style games.
Game, yeah.
Yeah,
it's a name I haven't thought of in a very long time.
Right? I think I must have gotten it through Games with Gold. There's no way I grabbed that game. But I did it for Christmas, so that is my current game. I probably will be doing my hard run tomorrow, and then I'll be done with that one. And then I think I'm going to move to Rise of the Tomb Raider next, which I also started for the Christmas thing. And I've literally done the first level, got the achievement, and stopped. So I'm sure it'll be more Tomb Raider. And there's like time trials or score trials or something like that. So
those are a bit of a pain, but they're not that bad. You'll be fine.
Nah, I've heard they're not terrible. So yeah, and that's on 360 too, like the
old school one. Wow. Okay. So,
yeah. And that's it. That's what I've been working on. What have you been working on, Matt?
Yes, I've been gaming with a capital G as well, to be honest. Like I just, I've made the most of my time, my very little time off that I got, and just absolutely blitzed through as many things as I could. So part of it was I bought a bunch of stuff. I was trying to make the thing where those who've been listening will know that I've been trying to do my backlog and my unstarted backlog in particular, of things that I have sitting there that I've never even popped an achievement in. I'm making a decision on, do I start this? And if the answer is yes, then I'm going to start it right away. And so on top of that, I also made sure to start and try and complete all the stuff that I bought over the on like the Black Friday sale and the end of year sale and sort of stuff, so they don't end up in my unstarted backlog list. And so along that vein, I went and did what did I do? I'm trying to think what the last thing I talked about was probably I did Unknown 9, which I know you, Shane, you played when it was. Yeah, it was surprisingly, it was an okay game. It was a like 360 style stealth linear game with too many fucking collectibles.
Yeah, that's kind of how I thought of it. It's a game that felt like it was from the previous generation.
Yeah, which I was like, that's fine. Like, and
like a
again,
AA
like,
360 game.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of that kind of style of game where you're like, cool, and definitely not the big multimedia thing they were trying to go for with that, because I didn't think, yeah, anyway, but.
I know. That was sad.
That's unfortunate. I also did Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. This is my, my dip into the Yakuza series where I play the smaller titles. This game was fucking hilarious. I did fight to get it on our top 10. I didn't quite make it, unfortunately, partly because I was the only one who played it. But yeah, great game. Had a really fun time with it. I guess my only real problem with it is that like the pirate part with like the ships and stuff is pretty underbaked in a way that doesn't really feel like it adds a lot to the game itself. But, the humor's there, the story's hilarious, it's all kind of very over the top and dramatic, and yeah, definitely recommend it. And it's not that long either, I think, and like it's got like a 1.2 ratio, which is crazy. I finished in like 33 hours, so like you could easily get it through that a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I'm loving these little like smaller Yakuza experiences for us achievement hunters between the giant 150-hour ones.
Exactly.
That's very nice.
That's the right level.
Zero was really good.
I mean,
you should still play.
I own Yakuza
I'm going to
Zero,
at some
probably
point.
will at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
It's sitting right here. Hold up for the visual viewers. This is for you.
Oh man, the box set. Yeah.
The box set, every single Yakuza, Jesus. And then I got the big boxes over on my shelf over there that form a nice, all their spines line up and form art.
Yeah, I got Zero Kwame too. I'm definitely planning on getting to him.
Zero will probably be the one I do go, because I know Alison was also like super excited. Like she loved watching it, and again because Yakuza is a very visual, like hilarious story stuff and interesting things going on. It's like really fun for backseat gaming, and so I probably will end up playing Yakuza Zero sometime this year. Because that is also on my unstarted backlog. I also did Slay the Princess. Finally picked that up. For those who don't know, it is a visual novel where essentially you spawn outside a cabin. A narrator tells you that you need to go into a cabin, pick up a knife, and go and kill the princess. And if you don't, the world's going to end. And so it starts off very simple and gets very complex and very strange and very very like eldritch and weird and interesting and allegorical very, very quickly in terms of like the decisions that you make, every decision that you make going up to walking up that path, going into there, whether you pick up the knife or not, whether you kill her immediately, whether you talk to her, whether you get convinced by her, and then also the thing of recursion and like knowing what's going to happen and therefore changing what you know to do that. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. It is a bit complex to try and get all the achievements because like you got to do different routes and stuff, and it's there's a lot of decision making, so it's not quite as simple as your regular visual novel. But I had a great time like discovering the different parts and the different versions of the princess and the different ways things can go and the things you learn about like who she is and who you are and why you're there and all that kind of stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was way more interesting than I thought it was going to be. Did Lords of the Fallen DLC, did Sinking City Remastered as part of my backlog, my unstarted backlog. I started Dungeon Punks, which absolutely fucking trash side-scrolling brawler. It's so bad. I should have just left it. I got Power Simulator done, finished up Risk of Rain. As part of my unstarted backlog, I also did Nexomon, which...
Oh, there you go.
is the most blatant. I mean, I don't understand how Power World got in trouble for this, because Nexamon is crazy how Pokemon-like it is. Just like, it's like, yeah, you throw X-shaped traps at the things to capture them, and you get a bunch of starters, and they have different elements, and you literally go to the equivalent of a Poke Center, and it even has like the 6 slots for your like Pokeballs to go into to heal them. It's insane how close it is to
legendaries and evolutions and
it's crazy. It was, as a game though, it was fine. I'm not a big Pokemon fan, and this is like so by the numbers that it was like you could like it's a mobile port. I know that much because like Ratalaika was involved in publishing it. It was fine. Like I was glad to get it off my backlog, and I had a decent enough time with it. But it was very like, okay, cool. I've got a party of 6. They're all going to be super powerful, and I'm just going to steamroll over everything and if I can't steamroll it, then I'm just going to go and fight in the bushes for a little bit to level up, and then come back to the gym leader and beat them. It's like, it was very, very by the numbers. There wasn't really a lot going on there.
Yeah, tell Red Ninja you should start that.
Yeah, it's like, I also have the sequel to do as well, but I'm going to, I think, wait a little bit on that.
I heard that's rough.
Yeah, the sequel is like bigger. Like, just like they did the thing where they're like, more now. I also did RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business, which is that sort of standalone DLC where they were like, hey, that movie Dredd that was really, really good, where Judge Dredd had to fight his way up a big apartment complex filled with gangsters that want to try and kill him. Let's just do that with RoboCop. Which was like, cool. So you basically just fight your way through this whole thing. It's a linear. It's like a 8 to 10 hour. It's actually a surprisingly long experience. Like, I understand why this wasn't just like a little like 3 to 4 hour DLC mission pack or something. Like, it's pretty substantial. It has its own story, own characters, feeds into the like RoboCop lore as well a little bit in terms of like why Murphy was chosen to be the person for RoboCop, and like some of his history before all this stuff. And there's like it's actually pretty good. It's definitely a little rough around the edges. It's still pretty buggy in that same way that RoboCop was originally. But yeah, like this is actually a pretty good pickup. Like, it's also, you can play it on easy and it's pretty straightforward, and there's not a huge amount of collectibles or anything. So definitely recommend that. Sniper Elite 2 Remastered. I did through the campaign in that. I just need someone for the multiplayer. I think Keo and I are going to just do that. Just a kind of a throwback to the old 360 days. It is just the same game, just with some slightly updated graphics. SOPA, which was just a really sort of standard adventure, point-and-click adventure, or like adventure game. The main one that I did, and I talked about this on last week's episode, was The Altars. So,
nice.
If you listen to our Patreon episode, we kind of came up with a short list of 10 games that we were going to kind of rank for a game of the year. We whittled it down from about 50 to 10. And one of the games that was on there was The Altars. And I was umming and ahhing about this because Cameron put it up quite high on his list. He was like, hey, I want this. He's like, I'm thinking this is probably going to be like a top 4, top 5 in the top 10 list, because he was like, The Altars is amazing. And I was like, okay, I need to play this game to understand it, because it does seem like, in terms of, from a narrative perspective, it's right up my alley, but from a management and gameplay perspective, it's kind of maybe less so. So I blitzed it. I did 2 playthroughs of it, got all the achievements. I finished it in like 5 days, 4 or 5 days. The conceit is that you are on a mission from a corporation to get something called Rapidium, which is a mineral that allows you to make organic things grow faster. Like, basically bend time to make things mature faster. So the idea being that like you could grow crops or animals or all kinds of stuff faster to basically create food and make more stable conditions for life on Earth, which is going to hell. And so you get sent on this mission as like one of the members is like a builder. You're like, there for building things like structures and all kinds of stuff. Everyone else on the mission dies. Like basically there's an oxygen leak. You're the only survivor. You find the base and you realize that, well, I'm a builder. I can't do half of this shit. And the base starts breaking down. You're like, well, I need someone who can build this stuff. And so what happens is that you find some Rapidium, you mine it, and you have like a quantum connection with back home, so they can talk to you. And they're like, okay, one of the guys in charge of the project is like, use the Rapidium and some of your DNA to make a clone of yourself. That clone, through our quantum computer, the quantum computer that runs everything, basically has your entire life story mapped out. We're going to use that to make a tweak to your life path, so that instead of becoming a builder, you became a technician. And so the clone will have fake memories, but will have there'll be a divergent part in your life where it has different life experiences. And so you do that and you create a technician, and then you create a scientist, and then you kind of get to go like, okay, cool, maybe I'll make a guard, or I'll make a miner, or I'll make a refiner, or maybe I'll make a doctor, or maybe I'll make a psychiatrist. And so each of them have different life paths, each of them have different experiences, and so you go far back and you're like, well, I remember we all have the same memories as being kids, but we all made different decisions in terms of like, did I go to school? Did I stay where I was did I stay at home? How did I deal with my abusive father? Did I go into the mining trade like my dad did? Did I rebel? My mother got sick as I was a doctor. Did I stick to my principles and basically not like fast track her, or did I fast track her and basically get done for malpractice? And so like all of these different characters, you've built them. They also are keenly aware that they're not real or like real people. And so part of it is like, okay, cool, I need to keep everyone happy, keep the base up and running, mine a bunch of Rapidium to take back, because the corporation has basically implied that they're not really interested in picking you up and sending another rescue team out there if there's nothing for them to grab, because they're like, well, you're like one person. And so it's like this sort of like management thing where the planet that you're on is rotating, and as sunrise comes around every few days, I think it's like sunrise is usually like every month or so, every 30 days or so, it will annihilate you as it does everything on this planet. So you need to basically have this base, build it up, solve a problem to move to the next area, solve another problem. So it's like kind of thing where it's like you just kind of deal with stumbling blocks along the way. Gameplay wise, it's pretty good. I think it's fairly interesting. The idea is that like there are anomalies there that kind of fuck around with you and like hit you with radiation or time dilation and that kind of stuff. Everything is about time. Like you're trying to basically optimize as much as possible, keep your alters happy, deal with their own personal bullshit, and if they're happier, they'll work longer. They're less likely to rebel against you. If you keep them unhappy for too long, they will literally kill you in your sleep. Like if they're like, oh hey, they'll literally lead a mutiny and just kill you, and you're done. Yeah, it's a really interesting concept. I just think that the gameplay is not, it's kind of interesting but not compelling enough to last the entire runtime of the game. By about halfway through, you've kind of got it down of what you need to do, and you're kind of just repeating the motions and just kind of waiting for things to happen. And the stories of the alters are interesting on the surface, but are kind of like not that super well written. I think there's definitely interesting stuff in terms of like, helping them overcome stuff and learning about what makes them different, and like, each of them have a lesson to teach your main character in terms of like calmness or assertiveness or pragmatism. And so there's a thing where if you do their quest and they teach you the lesson, you can then use that lesson in conversations with other ones or with the people back home to make sure you get the results you want. So like there's like little like skill checks, but I just feel like there isn't really like enough to it. I feel like it's quite surface level. And I think the biggest thing that when I finished it, I was like, okay, that was pretty good, but I don't think it's like Game of the Year material. And it wasn't on Cameron's top 5 list at the end of it. It was actually the one game that no one mentioned. And so if you go back and listen to last week's episode, we had a big debate over, well, maybe it shouldn't be in a top 10 if no one put it in their personal top 5. But I know I've spent a lot of time talking about it, but I do definitely want to give it its flowers because I think it's a really interesting game. And the guy who does the voice of all of the alters is really, really impressive. They didn't get different voice actors. He basically did different affectations and different styles for each of the different characters that you can make. And so that you can, when you're having a conversation back and forth, you can tell they're different people, which is really, really impressive. Like it's like a range of like 11 different characters, which is pretty nuts. So yeah, that's the main one. I also did like Sonic X Generations, because again, another one I bought. I did Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which I've been played through with Char. I've just about finished with After Image, which is a indecipherable side-scrolling Metroidvania. It's a Metroidvania, and they're very, very like more like an Ori style Metroidvania. It takes a lot of influence from there, but it's made by a Chinese developer, and I don't know if it's just the translation or if it's the Mandate of Heaven style thing where they just throw so many concepts at you and they just start naming. They're like, oh, the ode of this and this and this and blah, blah, like expecting you to just kind of understand what the fuck is going on. And like, they just, yeah, like, I don't know if this is just me being stupid, but it just feels like completely indecipherable. Like, I don't know what's happening. I'm enjoying the game. I'm nearly done with it. I'm kind of doing like the secret, like true ending. And as in a Metroidvania, it's pretty good. It's very big though. It is like the map is just is like twice as large as it needs to be. But like TA has it as like a 50 to 60 hour completion, which is kind of nuts. I'm at like 30 hours, so it is definitely a bigger Metroidvania, but it doesn't have a speed run, doesn't have any of that bullshit, so it's pretty approachable.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, that's the reason I put
that one's been on my list for well too.
Yeah, I think it's
I got my
pretty
press
good.
watched as well.
Yeah, I got recommended on a TA article, so I was like, you know what, this is, I usually like troll those for like cheaper games, and picked that one up and had I'm having a good time with it. It's been good, like mindless stuff to like while I'm listening to an audiobook or a podcast or something. And then before I lose my voice, the one big thing that I picked up this week was, of course, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. Finally came to Xbox 6 fucking years later, which is crazy to think about. I went back and looked. I was like, was that really 2020? I remember people talking about that. And it's like, yep, it fucking was. I'm nearly done with it. I'm just doing the DLC. I've been playing nothing but it. It's so good. Like, it's definitely a game from 2020. Like, it's got, like, it's a bit simpler than I was expecting. It's definitely shorter than I was expecting in terms of, like, it takes what is the Midgar section of that game, which is like a 5 to 6 hour tutorial of Final Fantasy VII, stretches it out to 20 hours. But really, really like what they've done with the characters. Interesting direction with the story and kind of the idea of, like, I don't want to spoil anything for people who haven't played it, but yeah. Can't wait for Rebirth. I'm going to pick that up day one as well. Yeah, having a great...
Did you play hard mode on your first go?
No, you can't.
Oh.
No, it doesn't unlock until you finish the main game through on, so doing it easy. I think, yeah, it is really, really fun. Like, I really liked it a lot. And I love the retelling of the story in a way that, like, because Allison is also doesn't know the Final Fantasy story. So again, another really good backseat gaming thing where it's like, oh, interesting. Here's the stuff that they did differently. Here's what they've done the same. Here's the stuff they're playing with and the meta story. And there's some other interesting things going on with, like, Sephiroth and, being like, oh, that wasn't in the main game. Why is that different? Yeah, I liked it a lot. The DLC is just kind of okay. It's only like 2 chapters and it's kind of like about Yuffie and it's like kind of a side story. Really keen to play Rebirth. I know that's a much bigger game and I got a bit of complaints about that in terms of, like, maybe being a bit too big. But yeah.
Yeah. I've also heard people complain about that game being like the list being really hard. And I'm just like, how hard can it be for a Final Fantasy game?
For a remake? Or for Rebirth?
For Rebirth.
For Rebirth, really?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm curious to see what that looks like.
Yeah, apparently there's like some boss gauntlets that are like brutally difficult. I'm just like,
okay.
I don't know how skill based can it be. I feel like Final Fantasy has always been pretty like, it's a solvable game.
I guess the move to action style and that sort of stuff and being a bit more like less turn based stuff is maybe does add some level of like positioning and timing and other bits and pieces. Maybe not to the level of something like Kingdom Hearts where it's like all go, but somewhere in between.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I keep also looking back and I keep asking myself if I should replay 16 and then play Remake on Xbox because I already have a 43% series completion of Final Fantasy on Xbox. But I got my PS5 for 16.
Sure.
Because I was like, we're never getting it. I was like, 16. Yeah. Like, we have not gotten Remake. We're never getting 16. They've gone back to PlayStation. Then we got Pixel Masters, and then we got 16, and then we got Remake. And I'm just like, do I redo? I would redo 16 in a heartbeat, honestly.
16 was really good. Alison said she actually liked the story of 16 more, but now having seen 7, she's like, oh, I totally get why people were like, wow, this is way darker and gritty than Final Fantasy's kind of ever been before.
Yeah.
Yes. I also didn't do the DLC to 16 on PlayStation, so it'd be a good excuse to go
Yeah,
brush off the dust and then do the DLC after.
for sure. But yes, I've been gaming a lot. I've been trying to get the most out of my time, and yeah, kind of seeing what comes next. I think the next thing I'm going to do is do Eternal Strands, and kind of once I've done Final Fantasy and After Image, and then looking at my unstarted backlog, I'm thinking about doing Shadow of War. I know it's a big investment. I've played a little bit of it, just like started it. No achievements yet, but man, that game has aged rough.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Which one? Sorry.
Shadow of War. You know, Shadow of Mordor, the sequel.
Bummer, because I wanted to do Shadow.
Yeah, like I think I will enjoy it. It just takes a bit of getting used to. It is very like, it runs like Batman does. Like, it's like you have to hold down A to sprint, and like it's very much like that combat of like press X and then press X at the right time to do a combo, and then like it feels quite stiff. It's been what, like 12 years since that game came out, I think, or something, but. So I think we've come a long way, but I think I am going to do that one as my next kind of big project game, because I know that's quite of an investment. It's a much bigger game than Shadow of Mordor was. Yeah. All right, well I think that's about it. Leaderboard. Shane, do you happen to have the Trello up?
Obviously, I always have this. This one, okay. Oh, and I gotta click on the link. All right, okay. So at number 5, we got Oz Buffanatic at 6,240 gamer score. We got MC Panda Gamers at 7,755. Number 3, A Gray Shark, 18,765 points. Northern Last at number 2 with 50,288. And Thrash Forever at number 1 with 55,975 gamer score in the last 7 days.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know how much gamer score I got in the last 7 days.
How much did you get?
0.
Wow. All right. Well, okay. We're going to have to end the show here.
Wah,
right now.
The only thing on Xbox I've been playing is ESO. I pop an achievement in ESO maybe once a month.
Yeah, that's fair. That's understandable. Jake, do you happen to have the Trello open?
I do.
You want to do completions?
I would love to do completions. Yeah, kind of shorter list this week, it looks like. We got Cavaliers with Ace, Assassin's Creed Mirage. Left 4 Dead Pills here with Life is Strange True Colors. Ickle Ranikins, fun name. Fuel and Ashes Cricket and Left 4 Legacy did the Precinct. GG's, everybody.
Yeah, nice work. Precinct's a good one. Alpha Pills here apparently thinks that Life is Strange True Colors is the worst one of the series, which almost started an argument in the Discord. So he
really,
yeah, he because I know as soon as he said that, Alex Professor Pluto jumped in there, being like, "Oh, that's interesting." Which I was like, "Okay, that's oh boy." He's like, "What would you rank as the first one?" And he said Life is Strange 2. So
That's one. Yep.
I played the first one and saw all I needed to know about that series to know that I don't like any of it. So I'm the worst person to talk to you about Life is Strange.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how badly the next one's going to go, because Reunion looks rough and Double Exposure was not very good.
Let's see. We got 1 Before the Storm, 2, 3. That's how I rank them.
Ugh, so big yikes.
I don't know, man. I think the new one's going to be hella bad.
Yeah,
hella
bad. All right, well, I think that's going to wrap up episode 199 of the Xbox Hall of Gamers podcast. A huge thank you to Shane and Jake for joining me, our wonderful patrons for keeping us afloat. Do you guys have anything you want to shill?
I mean, broken record, I say it every time. I'm in Achievement Hunter Anonymous. That's the Discord I made. Well, honestly, barely these days. But I still am there, and I'm in Hall of Gamers. You know where to find me. I'm not super hard to find. Trying to get back into gaming more. I think February next week, I'm going to New York City, and then I'm coming back, and then I don't think I have anything on the books until May.
Amazing.
So I'm hoping to get some games in. I'm hoping to get some episodes in, some podcasts.
Yes, that'd be great.
Yes.
Shane, what about you?
As usual, I stream pretty much every day. I've got daily videos on YouTube, and you can find links to everything on firehawkd.com.
Great. And I'm Neomaster on everything True Achievements, Xbox, and Discord. Make sure you check out the show. If you happen to be an audio-only listener, we do the show live on Twitch, Xbox Hall of Gamers. Otherwise, I put up the VODs on YouTube where you can see our beautiful faces. And Char does a wonderful thumbnail each week. So go and check that out. I do want to try and promote the YouTube a bit more because it's... I think, I like the video experience. And plus, you get to see things that Jake pulls off his shelf.
Yeah.
But that's going to wrap up the episode. We will catch you guys next week. See you later.
Peace.
Peace.